नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। पॉलिटिकल अपॉर्चुनिटीज, अमित मालविया टारगेट्स राहुल गांधी ऑन हिज मणिपुर विजिट। बीजेपी IT cell chief Amit Malviya has it out at Rahul Gandhi a day after he was booked for a tweet showed an animated video allegedly mocking Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. Malviya, who targeted the former MP, said on Thursday that Rahul's visit to Manipur was not out of concern for people but to further his own selfish political agenda. BJP leader also called Rahul a political opportunist. Not once did Rahul Gandhi visit Churachandpur in Manipur between 2015-17 to meet the victims of ethnic violence that raged following Congress CM Okram Ibobi Singh government decision to pass 3 bills: the Protection of Manipur People's Bill 2015, Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reforms, 7th Amendment Bill 2015, and Manipur Shop and Establishment, 2nd Amendment Bill 2015, which were seen by the people of Churachandpur district, comprising mostly of patties and cookies, as an anti-tribal and a conspiracy by the majority Meethi community to grab tribal land, the tweet read. Malviya said that 9 young men were shot dead and the protesting community refused to cremate them for 2 long years. Amid poster war in Madhya Pradesh, Congress gets a warning from Phonepe. Fintech company Phonepe was taken to Twitter to object to use of its logo in the poster were banned between political parties in poll-bound Madhya Pradesh. Phonepe objects to the unauthorized uses of its brand logo by any third party, be it political or non-political. We are not associated with any political campaign or party, the fintech company said in a tweet. Poster targeting Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan surfaced in some cities of Madhya Pradesh, and Phonepe could be clearly seen written on top on those posters. Phonepe has urged the state unit of Congress to remove these posters. The Phonepe logo is a registered trademark of our company, and any unauthorized use of Phonepe intellectual property rights will invite legal action. We humbly request INCMP to remove the poster and banners featuring a brand logo and color it added, tagging the Twitter handle of the MP Congress. State-owned firm to sign lithium pact with Argentina. State-owned firm to sign lithium pact with Argentina, report Kabil, a state-owned joint venture formed to scout for minerals overseas, will shortly sign an agreement with Argentina to secure a few lithium blocks, a government source with direct knowledge of the matter told Reuters on Wednesday. India, among the world's top greenhouse gas emitters, has been pursuing overseas pact to secure key minerals in resource-rich countries such as Australia, Argentina, and Chile. Right now, we are concentrating on copper, cobalt, and lithium among critical minerals and looking for collaboration with other countries, the sources said, on condition of anonymity. Morning brief: no coordination with White House on Obama's comments on India, says official on the latest news. Amid political row over the case against Bharatiya Janata Party, has IT cell chief Amit Malviya for sharing a video mocking Rahul Gandhi on social media. Saffron Party doubled down on its allegation against the Congress leader over his recent visit to the United States, which they linked to the controversial billionaire George Soros. Corruption inquiry in Australia, NSW state reveals China links. An inquiry that examined business dealings with China has found the former premier of Australia's most populous state engaged in corrupt conduct involving another lawmaker with whom she was in a secret romantic relationship. The New South Wales Independent Commission Against Corruption (ICAC) said in a report handed to a parliament that Gladys Berejiklian had failed to notify the commission for her concern that Darlie Maguire, a member of parliament with whom she was in a relationship during his term of office, may have engaged in corrupt conduct and undermined the ministerial code. An NSW premier in 2020, Berejiklian, once a star of the right-wing Liberal Party and widely respected for her leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic, told the corruption inquiry she had been in a secret, close personal relationship with Maguire, who was under investigation for monetizing his position through business dealing with China. Clear news: Saudi threatens to clip Pak State Airlines wings, warns of ban on Hajj flights. The Saudi Arabian General Authority of Civil Aviation (GSA) asked the Pakistani national airline, the Pakistan International Airline (PIA), to pay $48 million outstanding dues to avoid suspension of operation, including Hajj flights. The GSA also warned that the repatriation of the 50,000 Hajj pilgrims will not commence under the payment survey. People familiar with the development said that the revelation were made by Finance Minister Ishaq Dar during the economic coordination meeting chaired this week. The highly mismanaged Pakistani State Airlines may even close down as the ECC failed to release the PKR 22 billion pending claims on account of markup to June 23, releasing Mere PKR 4 billion. One killed after fire at chemical plant in Russia, Nizhny Novgorod. A lorry driver was killed after a fire ripped through several garages at a chemical production facility in the city of Nizhny Novgorod. Russia's Emergency Service Ministry said on Thursday that firefighters worked to extinguish the blaze. The ministry said the fire had been contained to an area of 800 square meters and there was no threat to residential areas. Video footage on social media showed dozens of firefighters at the scene and black smoke billowing high into the air. Human remains have likely been recovered from the Titan submersible wreckage, US Coast Guard says. Human remains have likely been recovered from the wreckage of the submersible that imploded during an underwater voyage to view the Titanic, the US Coast Guard said on Wednesday. The news came hours after the announcement that debris from the Titan collected from the seafloor from 12,000 feet, 3,650 meters below the surface of the North Atlantic had arrived in St. John's, Newfoundland. Twisted chunks of the submersible were unloaded at a Canadian Coast Guard pier. Recovering and scrutinizing the wreckage is a key part of the investigation into why the Titan imploded last week, killing all 5 people on board. The multi-day search and eventual recovery of debris from the 22-foot 6.7-meter vessel captured the world attention. Ukraine sees disarray in Moscow as Russian mercenaries withdraw. After Russia's Wagner group left Ukraine's battlefield for last week abroad uprising across the border, Kyiv officials could barely conceal their joy at the prospect of disarray in Moscow, according to a report published by Bloomberg. Officials stated that the withdrawal of the Kremlin-funded mercenaries hasn't so far made it easier with Ukraine's high-stakes counter-offensive and it's not clear whether it will. On Wednesday, Ukraine confirmed that the Wagner troops were no longer fighting at the front rather they were replaced by a mix of paratroopers and inexperienced regular troops. In Kyiv, many saw the march of Moscow, led by Russian President Vladimir Putin's once favored caterer, Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, as a sign of growing division within the Russian state, Bloomberg reported. Some people celebrated the Wagner army's potential exit from the field after they won Russia's only victory in a bloody winter offensive. Anton Gerashenko, an advisor to Ukraine's Interior Ministry and a prolific commentator on the war, said one of the most combat-ready and brutal military units in Russia has been eliminated. National Doctors' Day, celebrating the torchbearers of our health. Doctors are the pillars of a country's healthcare system, often sacrificing their own well-being while healing others. In India, we observe National Doctors' Day on 1st July, commemorating the birth anniversary of the visionary doctor, Dr. Bidan Chandra Roy, on the occasion of National Doctors' Day. TimesOfIndia.com is hosting a digital conclave bringing together doctors from diverse disciplines and policymakers to recognize and celebrate these frontline health warriors and address their challenges. Titled National Doctors Day, a tribute to the torchbearers of our health, his online symptoms is an endeavor by TOI Medithon, an initiative to raise mass awareness about crucial elements and empower patients with the right information about various aspects of this health concern, the treatment options, and much more. Indian Bank targets doubling business correspondent outlets to 20,000 in 2 years. Public sector lender Indian Bank is planning to nearly double the number of its overall business correspondent outlets in the country to 20,000 in the next 2 years from 10,750 as on March, and the bank's project held for selection of corporate business correspondents. Sujay Kumar told FE, "We are going to expose API application programming interface through which a lot of companies will be onboarded and a lot of financial services products will be routed through BC points," he said. Manipur Technologies is one of our partners and they have been given more than 630 plus BC points and it will increase regularly as per demand, he added. Electric shock kills 10 during Rath Yatra in Tripura, Odisha. Agartala or Keonjhar or Koraput, the Alto return Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath ended in tragedy for 10 people in Tripura and Odisha who were electrocuted on Wednesday when the chariots came in the contact with high tension wires. 7 persons, including 3 kids, were burned alive and 20 others received injuries during the Phera Rath Yatra Return Car Festival in Unakoti districts of Tripura, while 3 died in 2 similar incidents in Odisha, Keonjhar and Koraput district. Police said the Tripura toll might go up as 6 people are critical. Rain and thunderstorm likely in 13 Odisha districts till 5:30 pm. Yellow alert from June 2. The Indian Meteorological Department on Thursday issued yellow warning for thunderstorm and lightning for several parts of Odisha from July 2. Light to moderate rain accompanied by thunderstorm and lightning may affect some places in Jajpur, Mayurbhanj, Bhadrak, Anugul, Dhenkanal, Cuttack, Malkangiri, Koraput, Sundargarh, Jharsuguda, Nayagarh, Baleshwar and Keonjhar district till 5:50 pm. People have been advised to keep a watch on the weather and move to safer places, protect themselves from lightning strikes, the MET office further said. Light to moderate rain is also likely at a few places in the state for the next 2 days, it added. Yellow warning July 2. Thunderstorm with lightning very likely at 1 or 2 places in Kendrapada, Jagatsinghpur, Cuttack, Khordha, Puri, Ganjam, Gajapati, Malkangiri, Koraput, Rayagada and Kandhamal. There is also a forecast for light to moderate rain or thunder shower at many places in south coastal Odisha, Jagatsinghpur, Cuttack, Kendrapada, Malkangiri, Koraput, Rayagada and Kandhamal at a few places in remaining parts of the state. July 3. Yellow warning. Thunderstorm with lightning very likely at 1 or 2 places in Baleshwar, Bhadrak, Jajpur, Kendrapada, Cuttack, Jagatsinghpur, Puri, Khordha, Nayagarh, Ganjam, Gajapati, Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Malkangiri, Koraput, Rayagada and Kandhamal. There is also forecast of light to moderate rain or thunder shower at many places in Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Malkangiri, Koraput, Rayagada, Nabarangpur, Kalahandi, Kandhamal at few places in rest districts of Odisha. Lord Jagannath and his siblings give darshan to devote in Sunabesha. During the Sunabesha, the 3 deities will be adorned with gold ornaments on their 3 majestic wooden chariots. Nandighosa, Talajwaja and Devadalana placed at Singhadwar of Sri Mandir. Sunabesha is also known as Rajadhiraja Besa, Raja Besa and Raja Rajeshwara Besa. This is a festival when the deities Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra are adorned with gold jewelry. It is observed on the day after the return of the deities from Gundija temple on Ashada Shukla Ekadashi Tithi. Out of the 32 Besas or forms of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra, Sunabesa is one of the most looked upon by the devotees. During this special ritual, the Holy Trinity will be decorated with gold ornaments. Lord Jagannath will also be adorned with a chakra disc made of gold on the right hand, while a silver conch would adorn his left hand. However, Balabhadra will be decorated with a plough made of gold on the left hand and a golden mace on his right hand. Goddess Subhadra's forehead is decorated with an emerald panna. Sunabesa is observed 5 times during a year, while one is observed on Bahuda Ekadashi during the Rath Yatra on the chariots placed at the Lion's Gate, also called Singhadwara. The other 4 Sunabesas are observed inside the temple on the Ratna Singhasana. ऐसे और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ।